you're there. Right. So if you did happen to watch last week's video, you'll know I wanted to get the bonus string that wasn't needed for my son's guitar. The reason for that is that he's started using 11 gauge strings. This guitar is mostly strung with 10 gauge, and I also have some spares of 9 gauge strings, such as this one. And so when I got the 11 gauge string, I put it here. And so it extends the idea of the re-entrant tuning. So what we have is we have the core 4 notes here, which are an open D chord. So this is based on open D. These two, B, F sharp. This particularly the B gives us a B minor chord. So we'll go through all the strings with a tuner. Right, yeah, so the guitar is tuned to 60 tone equal temperament. I didn't realise this when I made previous videos because got mixed up about which one I'd actually requested. The giveaway is these 2 frets here are very close together. If it were 41 tone, like I said it was, this would be a 2 to 1. It's clearly not 2 to 1. And optimal magic tunings would be about the same. So there are a number of reasons why 60 tone equal temperament is quite good. One of them is that it's a superset of 12 tone equal temperament. So normal instruments are playing pitches in tune with the guitar, even if they're not always playing the right pitches, and that may be useful. It also means this is closer to an equal space 19 note fretting, which is certainly a very useful thing when you're playing melodies. And lastly, it makes it easier to tune because the steps are 20 cents, and many tuners, such as this one, are marked. Whoa, how do we go? The camera's up there. Let's see, get this. Yeah, it's marked in 10-cent steps, and most accurate, I think, nearest the middle. Although you can see a bigger line. Yeah. So you can use this tuner fairly easily to tune roughly to 10-cent steps. Obviously, the guitar itself isn't going to stay in tune that well. So you can watch this. I think that it works out that it blocks my vision. Now, any other interesting thing about this tune? Oh, you can see a light come. Oh, you can see that light now. But this works with lights coming on that the camera here doesn't always pick up. So there, you can see that is B, and it's not quite 10 cents flat, but or maybe that's parallax actually. It's about right. Whoop. This is F sharp, 10 cents flat. This would be D, 10 cents sharp, ideally. This is another F sharp, 10 cents flat. Oh, that's, yeah, never mind, that's drifted up quite a bit, hasn't it? A, 10 cents sharp. D, 10 cents sharp. Let me actually get that F sharp in tune, why not? That's better. So the point of doing the fretting this way is actually if we play 5 notes at a time. These are all major chords. They're well-tuned major chords. As you get with a standard open tuning, and with open G, you're normally only playing the top 5 strings, so it works as well, except that it doesn't have bass because. There are these notes are not actually doubled, which is good. So you do at least get 5 distinct notes. There we are. 2/3 as well. Standard guitar tunings or chord fingerings tend to only give you 1/3 degree of your chord, because in normal equal temperament that's out of tune. It's in tune here, so let's enjoy those thirds. And then if you can play these strings, you get a minor chord. So it's a B minor. It's the relative minor for D major, and so that's a musically useful change. 2 chords on the open strings, and you can maybe play actual progressions. And well, you can't do that on every fret because you need to have the 5th available. It's available in 14 out of 19 positions, or 15 out of 20, when you include a double. So you potentially get quite a lot of keys, although, you'd have to learn to play it. I've only tuned this up this morning, so I don't think, nobody will have a lot of experience with a Magic guitar with this tuning. Maybe somebody thought of it before, because there's nothing specific to Magic that makes this work. It'll work on any guitar because it works on the open strings, and it'll work with a slide. And here I have a slide. So let's get sliding. Actually, one thing I was going to do is turn the volume up there a bit, so we don't get too much spread. So I'm having some troubles here, and partly the reason for that is that this is a wound string and these two aren't. And so it does make it difficult to hold the slide at the right angle. But it's not impossible. Come on. So maybe it's better to go from that side. So what I presumably could do is to adjust this bridge, raise the 2 high strings so that they're actually at the same level as the wound string, and lots of other things can go wrong when you start messing about with the bridge, and I'm probably not going to be keeping this tuning for very long, so I haven't done that, but it does basically work. So you can get 2 different chords out of your slide. So there are variations you can think of. Obviously, if you choose whatever strings you like, you can get this to work with, or something like this, to work without wound strings, which would then avoid those problems and make it generally more samey. It would be similar to a ukulele, but changing this immediately, put it an octave up, it's getting like a ukulele up there. Because you're losing all the bass from the guitar. One way of handling that would be to buy 2 packs of strings, use the wound strings on one guitar and the unwound strings on the other, so if you like your thick bassy chords, one guitar will give you that. That does get more difficult because you'd have to file the nuts for it to accept fixed strings when it's not accepting them. But you can do that, and the rest of it would work. And also, that bridge is in a position that it really expects the guitar to get higher as you go up. But not all guitars are like that. And well, it doesn't really cause a problem here. There's different sounds there, but they're okay. Another issue with it as it is these two strings are not supposed to be sitting into these nut slots, but it can be a bit fuzzy. But once you fret them, that's no problem. So it works. That can work. But for now, by buying that brand of strings that gives you some extra, and having, or at least knowing people who use different gauge strings, it is possible to do this, and it's interesting. But because I'm not that interested in playing in lots of different keys, I don't think I'll be sticking with it for very long. But anyway, there is your catch up on the Magic Guitar. And well, no, maybe so. Let's go back to the slide then, and I'll play out.